back across the Atlantic, right down to the south of South America, Argentina. Welcome, Diego.
Hello, how you doing? Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Well, let me share my screen. That's okay. Okay, just I am Diego González. I am legal manager of Aeropuertos Argentina, which is the company who runs the airports in Argentina, and is part of the Corporación América Airports and global airport operator with operations in Brazil, Ecuador, Italy, Armenia, Uruguay, any other places. So also I am president of the Worldwide Airport Lawyer Association. It's an international organization who develop and spread the airport law all around the world. So in terms of news in Argentina, it's necessary to recap what we did in the last session in January, because in terms of industry, we had no, except one news that I will tell you already in a minute. The advanced mobility, it's not an industry here in Argentina yet, but fortunately we have a law, a framework, new law framework since last year, when Milei president signed the decree 663 and regulates the remotely pilot aircraft and the advanced air mobility or urban air mobility as part of this remotely piloted aircraft. So what is important here is to recap the foundations of this law, because it's very important from the point of view of the investors or who wants to come here to this great, amazing and huge country for invest your money. So this is a very nice, very serious legal system, a new advanced mobility framework. So what you're looking on the screen are the foundation of the law, and nothing new in terms of what is necessary for invest in the sector. So but fair balance between interests between the state and the private sector, safety and security safeguards. This is important because the idea that the government is to establish a minimum regulation for advanced mobility points of view. This is a new activity which is strategic for our government. It will be necessary to operate in an infrastructure, not only in exist or current aerodromes or treated with declared location, but on approved and qualified infrastructure. Here, the law is mentioned clearly, the vertiport. So, of course, it's the foundation of the law is to promote the integration of airspace. This is the guidelines principles which the decree 663 established. So the most important is free market access, because it will be essential for thinking about advanced mobility here in Argentina. Commercial loyalty, tariff deregulations, of obviously continuous oversight, but then different normal and regular principles that should not only here but any countries, no? Of course, from the from the public law perspective, but from the private law perspective as well. And finally, in terms of recap, it's this is the highlight rules that the decree 663 established in terms of import of equipment, standard environmentals, airport advanced mobility operator liability, crossing borders, insurance, certifications, etc. So this is what I talked in the winter season last time. So these 3 slides for in order to recap what is very important here in Argentina. This is new. This is new, really, because in January and May, the government established a commission for implementation the LARS, the Latin American Aeronautical Regulations on civil aviation, to the remotely pilot and pilot at distance. So this is what it means is that in terms of advanced air mobility, the government take a decision to go to the LARS. In May, the Civil Aviation Authority approved the resolution 319, and in a week after that, postpone or extend the effective date of this rule, this general requirement for 19 days. So this is really what is new here in Argentina in terms of regulations, and the government is moving forward with the advanced air mobility in terms of the established a legal framework, and this year took the decision for apply to the advanced air mobility legal framework, the Latin American Aeronautical Regulations. So who are belong to the aeronautical ecosystem, you understand perfectly well what I'm talking about. In terms of industry milestone, yes, we have a great news. You know, in aviation, in slots, we say first come, first serve. We used to say at the very beginning, first come, first serve. So here in advanced air mobility in Argentina, apparently the same, who first come, first serve. So this year in the Paris Air Show, the Argentina National Space Manufacturer signed an MOU with the Chinese manufacturer in order to plan or design and strategic agreements for developing the advanced air mobility in Argentina. So this is a very important news, because the government has not only the legal framework, but the political intention to moving forward with the manufacturer point of view in order to establish the advanced air mobility here in Argentina. So this is for another country in which Chinese are going and moving forward and faster than the other worldwide manufacturers. In terms of events, we expanded a fantastic the session of the Urban Air Mobility Legal Forum, the third in the worldwide in the context of the Airport Law Conference, with very prestigious colleagues from the world, including the chairwoman of the ICAO Legal Committee, distinguished professors from Leiden, like Benjamin Scott, professor from New York, like Philippe Weisman, colleague from Latin America, and of course our president, Dan Grandes, what here I'm making an amazing presentation with us. Here in Argentina, we have the legal framework. We have an memorandum of understanding with the international manufacturer of eVTOLs, and we have from the doctrine and from the books perspective, this is the first book in urban air mobility law in Argentina as well, in Spanish, in Latin America. I think it's the first as well. So this is it's an ebook you can find there in the website we are looking for there. Okay, yeah, and we launch officially the book in. This is a full copy, but it was printed especially, but the book it's online as well, and a couple of events into the airport lawyers bars and in university, which start to pay attention about urban air mobility and what's going on. They know perfectly well that the world is moving to this new mobility. They know that Argentina has the decree 633, and universities and bars are starting to looking for studying and put the attention then. So they are trying to make events, organizing in different in different cities and universities in the whole country. So, in conclusion, the government in Argentina continue to be the legal framework and promoting the growth, the urban air mobility here. It's calling the interest from the private and public sector, especially in the including universities and bars. But we have reminded with challenges and the big one challenge, according to my view, which is the creation of the legal framework, not at the federal level government, because it's at the end of the day, the federal government, which is working is on the aviation regulation, aviation certification, which is no news. It's no news. It's from the very beginning of the aviation. But the challenge here with the local law, the law, because the new here in advanced air mobility or the urban air mobility is the city, is the mobility, and is the urban spaces. So I think that this is where we are aware from yet, and this is our challenges. So having said that, and finally, of course, in terms of social acceptance and other issues that are key or pillar of the advanced air mobility, we have not yet any in Argentina here. I am active in LinkedIn, so you can find me very easy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Diego. And really good hearing what's happening in your part of the world. And our next speaker is also from South America, from Peru. Welcome, Kimberly.